Next one we've been called out to is a leaking outside tap. It was an unusual outside tap, but it's causing quite a bit of damage. So this is what's happening to the wall in the kitchen, and this is outside. It's a nice little tap though, isn't it? Well, I don't think we'll be keeping it, but it is literally pouring out from behind that block. Going off the window, I've already looked under this sink, and there's hot and cold there, and a tee down to the washing machine, but no pipe work to the outside tap. So then we're looking this corner cupboard, because the tap is around here where my hand's pointing at the window. Nothing there either. So this tap has obviously been piped up before the kitchen, and I'm probably going to have to cut a hole out in the back of this cupboard to try and see the pipe. But we'll take off the block outside first, turn off the water, and go from there. This is in a good spot. Oh, sometimes you just have to get down and dirty with it. I'd say that's off. Don't know what's undoing. There's something's undoing. Probably still could reuse that, but I'm not going to get involved. I think I'll get the hammer and knock off this plate, but that to me just looks like a nut and olive. Silicone everywhere. And it is just a nut and olive. To save cutting out the back of the cupboard, I think I've got a plan for this. Oh, she's well squished down. There we go. So as you can see, that pipe has been well crushed. I'm hoping to cut it off, and then I'm going to get the straight through back plate that I use for normal outside taps and solder off, or unsolder, unsweat the brass circle part off the pea shooter pipe what it comes with, and try and sweat it back onto there, then screw it back to the wall. So that's what I was talking about. These are just soldered onto a piece of copper, so I'll unsweat that off. Now my plan is to sweat it back on that little piece of pipe sticking out. As long as I can get rid of the water. So everything I've just said, forget. This bugger is not for coming off. Plan B. Now this is a really old school trick, because I can't get the water out of the pipe. I'm going to push a piece of bread in there to soak it up. Get it forced in with a screwdriver, like so. Quite far away, you don't want the water anywhere near you. And with a bit of luck, get that cleaned up and fluxed up, and this coupling here we have to sweat on like that. Something like that. That should push back into position. We'll clean off this silicone first. I'll just quickly blast the water on to send that piece of bread poosh across the garden, hopefully, or a piece of toast now. Not a great deal to fix to because the hole was so big, but hopefully I'll get something there. I've turned the water on now so I can test this coupling before screwing it back. Unfortunately, I've had to put the tap on obviously to test that. Hoping I'll be able to just get the long screwdriver, long reach screwdriver in to tighten it up using stainless steel screws, obviously. And I'm going to silicone at the back of that before I push it back in. So yeah, good job all around. That's the best I could do with that silicone. Wants a silicone heater really on it to try and clean it off. But also, they could potentially stick that block back on if they wanted to, so I'll leave it there along with the fancy tap. Just got everything cleaned off now. That's it. Job done. I've been driving away from that job. I realised I could have sleeved the pipe work going into the property, which you should do on an outside tap, or well, any copper pipe going through the property. I could have slid a sleeve on from outside in. Didn't think about that at the time. Never mind. So take a look at this, what we've got here. The hob ring has corroded that bad. It's got itself a little hole in it. But on a landlord's gas safety check, what are you classing this as? Is it unsafe? Is it at risk? Is it immediately dangerous? So this is why I always keep spare radiator vents or caps, plugs, whatever you want to call them, when customer rounds it off. Swap it out now. Neither of those two fit, so I ended up changing it for a new plug, vent plug completely. You can buy these from direct plumbing supplies, about £2. So I've been called out to this one because the gauge is stuck. I've just emptied the system pressure out now, and obviously as you can see it's stuck at 1.5, so I'm going to see if we can unblock it. If not, it'll be a new gauge, which I don't have, so it'll be a revisit. On these old Worcesters, you have that front panel, which just flicks off. It's only on by clips. Just pull one side in, it'll come off, and then obviously these two screws, and it hooks on at the top. It's full of inhibitor though. Christ, I can smell it in that bucket. I don't think inhibitor smells anymore these days though. Now the cover's whipped off, you got a screw here. It's broken, this one. I can see it just moved on that crack there. Remove that screw and it's hooked on here and here. I'm going to do it with two hands. I'm going to hold this side. I don't want that breaking anymore. It's a copper pipe, so I better check that it's not been squished anyway. If it's been squished, then it will stick. A little pin there. Came out pretty easy. I'm not holding my breath on this one now. Can't see us up 3 in this off. And that, if you can see inside there, where this little thin copper tube's going, I'm going to pull that out of there. Oh. What I'd say is that's probably why it's not working. Little drawing pin. I just got squirted out, so that'll be the 1.5 bar pressure. Hopefully you can see that now, the little hole, and this should read 0 now. Not quite. It's a lot better than it was though. I don't really know how you take that out of there, and like I say, I haven't got a spur, so I don't really want to break it. So I'm just going to grease this O-ring up and put it back in and just see what happens when we repressurise it. Just to make sure it's still working. And I'm curious to where it'll stop this time. Nah, I still don't go to 0, but it's working better than it was. I'll still advise a replacement. Done with 26.9s now, and yeah, on to the next one. So as the title suggests, we've got a blocked shower tray. It's backing up and overflowing because it's such a shallow tray. So what I'm going to try and do is wet vac it out. I've just changed the filter to the HEPA one. You better wet vac in the pipe rather than the trap. Wonder if I can get onto that. Well, that didn't work. Well, we're delving deeper now. Oh my god. Plenty silicone used, didn't I? I think maybe it's going to focus with the flexi on that. There you go. That'll be the issue. Well, that's always a good sign. Unfortunately, oh, you can't see. That's what I've had to do. Just prop it up for the time being. I didn't get it on camera, but I took off all these and they were all clear. Thankfully the push fit, so it was easy enough. Obviously it wouldn't do, would it, because it was on that flexi. I rudely cut you off then, I'm realising that now, I'm editing it. But yeah, it was just a temporary fix. They had no bath, over bath or shower, and obviously it was overflowing when in use. So I've just propped it up for the time being and said to him it needs replacing. I'm not sure how easy that would be because I don't think I'll be able to reach to the back to get the flexi off to then repipe in solvent. No doubt it'll just get left. Hopefully it'll be fine. Anyway, as soon as we hit 2,000 subscribers, it's now the time to show you what you could win and how to enter the giveaway. So this is what we've got to give away. We've got a pocket light from Today's Tools, magnetic, 400 lumen, 4,000. The big light, again from Today's Tools, magnetic, and USB output, so you can charge your phone on that as well. That's a really decent light. I've got one myself. A couple of bags of sweets from DPS, a Fernox protective test kit, but I have just noticed that this expired over a year ago. Whether that makes a difference or not, I do not know. I'll still throw it in, but yeah, that's there. That might have to go in the bin. And an ox tough rule. Also, the PB jobbing bag. Now this has been in the van once, twice. It's still got its wrappers on. It's 3.51. Yeah. all you have to do to enter this giveaway is like this video, be subscribed, and comment tap down below. I'll draw the winner in a couple of weeks' time via random comment generator. Thanks for watching.